these are the materials I'm using. Size US 10 with a 16-inch circular needle. And then this is the yarn I'm using, Red Heart with Love, and it is the pewter. And I'm going to hold the yarn double because it's not as thick as the chunky size that the pattern tells you to do. And then a stitch marker. Okay, and if you are using size chunky, you do not need to hold 2 strands together. It's just if it's smaller, that's how I'm going to do it. And make a slip knot. So I make an X with them. And then I pull the strand that's underneath through the loop. That's how I do my slip knot. Then I get my needle and we tighten it on there. Okay? Now, this is how I hold it. Okay, so I need to pause it, try to figure out how I'm holding it. Okay, and now you go over to your thumb and pick this strand up. We go over to our right finger and we go just in the middle, underneath this one, and then underneath this one. And that's how we cast on. This is 2. We're supposed to cast on 72. Up and through. Okay. Pick this one up and go through. Okay. Do this 72 times. Okay, and now that we've done that, we're going to join in the round and start our row 1, which is our knit 2, purl 2. Okay, so we get our right needle and we put it through the front to the back, like this. And then I put my stitch marker there, and then I bring my yarn counterclockwise onto my right needle. Okay. Then I slide it off. And let's do it again. So that was our knit 2. And now we're going to purl 2, so our yarn needs to be in the front. And when we go from the back to the front, bring our yarn over counterclockwise. Okay, let's do it again. Our yarn's in front, back to front. Bring our yarn over, right needle counterclockwise. Okay, slide it off. Now we need to knit, so our yarn goes in the back. Okay, so we just knit 2, purl 2, and we do this for 2 inches. Okay, I'm just finishing up the first row and I purl the last 2 stitches, and then I come up to my stitch marker and I'm just going to slip it onto my right needle. I'm going to put my yarn in the back because we're going to knit. Alright, well, I just wanted to show you how to start the next round, and that's how you do it. Okay, now for the lace chart. Round 1, we purl 1, then we knit 4, and then we knit 2 together. So it's the same thing as knitting. We start on we have 2 stitches. We start on the second one. We just go through both of them as if we're knitting. We knit them together. Now we knit 2. And then we're going to yarn over, but we're purling. So if we just yarned over here and then purled, it wouldn't make an extra stitch. So we bring our yarn in the front and then we wrap it. Okay, so you see that? That's how I yarn over when I purl my next stitch. So there's our purl one. Now I yarn over and then knit two. Okay, so my yarn over, just bring the yarn in the front, and then that will make our extra stitch right there. So extra stitch, knit one, knit two, and then slip, slip, knit. We slip our first stitch as if we're knitting, and then we slip our next stitch as if we're knitting. Okay, now we bring our left needle and we put it under these two stitches from the back to the front. Then we bring our yarn over. Okay, and then we knit four. And then you just keep repeating that all the way to the end of the round. Okay? Now this is for round 2 and all even number rounds. We are going to purl 1, and knit 8, and then purl 1 and knit 8. Okay, this is just what I would do with my knowledge of what I have done in the past. When you do your yarn over like this and you knit it in the front, it kind of makes a hole. I don't think we want a hole. So this is what I would do. You knit through the back, and then it doesn't make a noticeable hole. So we're supposed to purl 1 and knit 8. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so do you see the difference though? Like, that's a pretty big difference of the hole. So I would knit through the back with the ones that you just yarned over. Now for round 3, we are going to purl 1, knit 3, and then knit 2 together, and we knit 2, we yarn over, and we knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, see, that's our big hole. Crazy. Knit through the back of those yarn overs. Make a huge difference. Yarn over, knit 2, slip, slip, knit, and then knit 3. Alright, and then remember, even rounds are the same as round 2. Okay, round 5, we purl 1, knit 2, knit 2 together, knit 2, yarn over, knit And then you purl one, knit two, yarn over, knit two, slip, slip, knit, and then knit two. Okay, now start over to your purl one. Okay, round 7. We purl one, then we knit one, and then knit two together. Those are always tighter. Knit two, and then we yarn over, knit three, and we purl one, knit three, yarn over, knit two, and slip, slip, knit, then we knit one, then repeat all the way from the beginning. This is what it's looking like. Okay, now for round 9. We purl one, and then we knit two together. So basically you do the exact same thing, except you're doing it at a different time. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, this is what I do. I accidentally got a bad piece. So we need to make this go the right way. That's how you fix a mistake if you want to redo it. Okay, so we knit two together. Much better. And then we knit two. Yarn over, knit four, and purl one, knit four, yarn over, and we knit two, and then we slip, slip, knit. We are going to do round 10, which is the same as all the even rounds, the purl one, knit 8. And then we repeat rounds 1 through 10 2 more times. Alright? So I'll see you at the end of that, to the decrease rows. Okay, now for the decrease rounds, it says to change to double pointed needles, and you can wait and do that until your piece gets too small that you can't work on this anymore, but right now I can work on it. You can also do the magic loop method, so make your circular needle, change it to a bigger one, and then do it the magic loop method way. but if you need to see the magic loop method, click here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'm going to knit 6 and then knit 2 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then knit 2 together. And you just keep repeating this. Knit 6, knit 2 together all the way to the end of the round, and then the next ones you just do the same thing except you knit 5, knit 2 together. I actually didn't have to change my needles. I just left it on the same size so I didn't have to do the magic loop method or put them on double pointy needles, so yay! Okay, now I just broke my yarn. I left maybe a foot. And then we just put our needle through the rest of these stitches. Just take them off, put them on my needle like this. Okay, and then you just pull them through. Okay, and then I put my needle through the inside. And then I pull it as much as I can. This is one thing that I don't like about this, is that I think we should have decreased more because this is a really big hole, but it'll work. Okay, and then I tie a knot, and then I weave in my ends. So I just kind of put it through, and then I go back to other stitches. Okay, and then you're done. Just weave in your ends.